What is up, everybody? Welcome to Transit Live.
Here at Transit, we want to help you guys discover and pursue a faith of your own. And we are here for you, for your friends, and their friends. And we're so happy that all of you guys have tuned in today to hang out with us.
And we'll love to know if you guys are new. And if you guys are new, we'd love for you guys to go ahead and click the first time link in the description below. And that'll take you guys to a Google form. And once you guys get all that figured out and filled out, we'll send you guys a $5 gift card to wherever you want. And you guys can enjoy yourself. And it's just going to be amazing.
And while you guys are in the comments, we would love for you all to answer this question while putting your name. So name first and then tell us what you would love to have as a prize, if you could choose any prize for the upcoming Digital Double Dog Dare-a-thon. Hit us up below.
You did the whole syllable.
All of them. Every syllable.
Drew, since you're new here, what is a prize that you would like for Double Dog Dare-a-thon?
Well, story time. The other day, I was sleeping, and when you sleep, sometimes you dream, right?
Yeah.
So I had a dream that, for some reason, it was like Christmas or my birthday, I got AirPods as a present. And I love listening to music. I listen to music all the time, and my headphones always break because I have wired headphones. And in my dream, I was so happy that I had these AirPods, and I woke up, and I didn't have AirPods, and I was exceptionally sad. So
that sucks.
To say all that, I would choose AirPods. The new AirPod Pros, for sure.
AirPod Pros. Those are noise cancellation ones,
Oh,
right?
yeah, for sure.
Yo, for me, I just like to have like just straight up just cash. Ooh. Like dollar bills.
Cold
like
hard cash, baby.
We can spend it however you want to, bro. That would be the best.
That would be nice.
Right there.
Hashtag, I am not working right now, so I can pay rent.
They don't have jobs.
Yeah, but you're right.
Well, Drew, I'm seeing a lot of weird stuff happening on our table right now. And I am confused as to what is happening, and I'm scared to ask.
Well, I have an idea as to what's going to happen, but I'm going to throw it to our wonderful friend CJ to tell us what exactly is going to happen with these wonderful sauces.
Well, today, guys, we are doing Condiment Wars. So we placed 4 condiments in front of each of you, and we will play a game of war with cards. So Javier will give you guys cards.
Javi. Yo, guys, leave a like for Javier.
You guys will split the deck in half, and the winner of each round of war gets to determine how many tablespoons of which condiment the loser has to eat.
Oof.
The person who has eaten all the condiments or eaten out of all the condiments first loses.
So we choose each other's fate, basically.
And we choose the number.
Drew, you know what, Drew, have I told you how much of a good friend you've been to me all these years? And how much I've loved you?
Maceo, I do love you. And
all right.
Because of that, I'm only going to make you do a bunch of one of the sauces.
Oh, dude, Drew.
And probably the worst one.
So, for those of you at home who doesn't know how war works, we both throw out a card at the same time. And whichever card is higher, that's who wins, okay? So, are you ready? We'll throw it down on 3, okay?
On 3.
So, 1, 2, 3, all right?
So,
1, 2, 3.
Ha ha!
Wait,
baby, it's an ace. All right, so I want you to do 2 spoons of this bad boy right here. Some good old-fashioned Trader Joe's organic tahini.
What is tahini, Drew?
So I was recently informed that it is sesame seed.
It smells like peanut butter.
It's not peanut butter. It's sesame seed sauce, essentially.
Bro, this is thick, dog.
Is it thick with 2 C's? That is not a spoon.
Can that count as
my man?
Drew,
that is not a spoon.
The spoon can't go any lower.
Let me help you out.
This is 1.
Do a second one.
Oh, another.
Ew. It looks so nasty coming out of your mouth.
Ew.
All right. Get it done. Get it over with, boy.
It tasted like discount peanut butter. Like peanut butter that like you'll find like
at like the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, like Dollar Tree peanut butter. Like, bro.
1, 2, 3. Haha, baby! All right, now I want you to do 1 teaspoon. You're welcome. Of
1 teaspoon?
This here fish sauce, premium fish sauce.
That makes
It's
it
not
better.
it's not any everyday average.
Hey, you
fish
said 1
sauce.
teaspoon, right?
1 teaspoon because I love you. Oh, you'll be fine. Cry me a river. Cry me a river. That's some Justin Timberlake.
Yo,
for
it's
you guys.
dropping like 1 drip at a time. You know
Shake
what
it
that
a little
means?
bit. Shake it a little bit, son.
Do you know what that means?
There
That
you
means
go.
that you're not supposed to have too much of this.
Yeah, that's good. That's good enough.
That's a spoonful? Would you
That's
consider that a spoonful?
Spoonful of fish sauce.
Let me get
makes
my
Maceo
most
throw
professional
up.
spit bucket.
It was in your mouth for like 1 second. Like, what?
Oh. Oh, bro, that bucket smells like horribleness. It smells like fish food.
Ready,
Jesus, take the wheel.
steady, spaghetti. What do you got? What do you got?
Why? I got
Oh, it's
literally
a 9
one
minutes
less.
in. All right, friendo. Since I don't know whether or not I'll win the last one, fingers crossed for hashtag sweep.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have you do 5 teaspoons of this spicy taco sauce. Some taco sassy.
Thanks, Javi.
Yeah,
for
like,
grabbing
like
the
some
sauce.
hot tacos.
It smells good.
It looks pretty good.
It smells like pizza.
That's why I'm making you 5 of that one because I don't think it's that bad. And they don't have to be giant. Like they could be.
that's kinda thick,
That's
though.
not a teaspoon.
But it's
man.
hot sauce.
Yeah, 5 teaspoons of it.
Yo, I hate you.
Yeah. Good job. I'm proud of you. Your face is turning red.
That's not impossible. I'm black.
Oh my god. You have blood in your body, you idiot. Your face
Oh.
can still turn red.
Jesus.
All right, Maceo, what did that taste like? Tell our fans.
Yeah, honestly, just tasted like salsa.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think that one was gonna be that
It was
bad.
pretty good though.
All right, let's see if Drew can go for the sweep. Ready, steady, spaghetti.
Thank you.
That was like.
Give me your card.
No way he has a 2.
I want you
Shoot.
to do 5 of this.
I did not make you do 5 of your worst.
But I
one.
literally just lost 3 times in a row.
This is gonna be so nasty. This is liquid aminos, all-purpose seasoning. It's a very strong sauce derived from soy protein, and you're not supposed to consume it by itself. It is strictly designed for
Wait, you
cooking.
need your spit bucket, Drew.
It's next to me.
Okay. Wait. I'm gonna be nice. Okay, 'cause I feel bad because you said that you aren't supposed to eat it raw. I'll change it to 3.
It's very kind of you.
I'll change it to
and I
3.
greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll change it to 3. Oh. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh God. Ugh. Drew, you got 2 more.
I just need you.
Drew, how is it going?
That
I need you to
noise.
smell this.
Drew, how is it going?
Horrible. That was so bad.
Yo, Drew, that's
And I almost gagged it right back up.
How does doing 2 more make you feel?
Really horrible. And I simply do not want to.
Oh my gosh, Drew, I feel so bad. God, almost fell.
That is so nasty.
Yo, I don't want to get thrown up on. Are you okay to continue the game?
None of these are going to be anywhere close to that horrible. I would drink a whole one of these before I did that again. That is a fact.
Wait, can I take your word for that?
I don't want to do that. I'm saying if I had to choose between doing that again and drinking an entire one of these, I would
just
drink an
drink
entire one of these.
An entire one. You ready?
All right.
1, 2, 3.
What'd you get?
Yeah.
Son of a gun.
Okay. I'm gonna be nice to you. I'm gonna wash out your mouth because you had the nastiness. So I'm gonna have you do the grenadine, and
Nadine.
I have you do 5 scoops of that since it's sugar.
Yeah, it's really sweet though. I don't
Yeah.
really want to do 5 spoons of this. It's really sweet.
Okay. That was good. Yeah.
That wasn't any. Oh, I got it on my pants. Son of a gun.
Do you love those pants?
I do love these pants.
All right, let's go. You ready? Round 5.
6.
6, because that was 5.
Oh, okay. This is 6.
Javier, if I could get a napkin, that'd be swell. All right, ready, steady.
Spaghetti.
Boy.
I won. How has your napkin? All right, Drew. I'm gonna be nice. Don't worry. Just do 2 scoops of habanero original. Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
It looks like dang.
Yo, that's very green to
Super
be
green.
habanero sauce.
Well, it's they like put green in it. I'm sure.
It looks like
I'm sure it's a little green, but I don't doubt they put food coloring. All right.
Salsa picante de chile habanero original. La Etina.
Drew, will you explain what you're tasting?
I mean, it's just a pretty spicy hot sauce, but it's like there's not really a lot of taste to it. As soon as it touches your mouth, it's just spicy. There's no other added. Dang, son of a gun.
All right. Yo, you're making me cough just looking at you. All right.
Round 7.
7.
Final round.
Final round, Drew.
I was going for the sweep, and then I pulled a Golden State Warriors. If I lose this,
That's so
I'm worse than Steph Curry.
disrespectful.
I'm worse coach than Steve Kerr.
All right. 1,
Ready,
2,
set,
3.
go.
Ha!
Eat it.
Oh, dang. You threw the card at my head, Drew.
Yeah, I know. 3.
3, dude?
Yeah, you made me do 3 on the.
What is
You
hoisin?
made me do 5. You made me do 5.
What is hoisin sauce?
It's used in like Asian dishes.
Oh, that tells me. Ingredients: sugar, soybean paste, water, soybean salt, wheat flour, garlic, sesame seed. No, that was in the other one. Oh, Drew, look at this.
It looks like poop.
Look at this. Oh. Yo, I'm scared to lift up my bucket because it stinks.
That habanero's still on my lips. I don't like it. Go ahead.
It
sweetie.
smells like the first
Darling.
one, dog.
Go ahead.
The first one wasn't good.
Go. You just make it worse.
My hand won't let me do it.
Don't switch it in your mouth. It makes it worse. Swallow it. Swallow it. Swallow it. Ugh. Ugh.
We are good. Don't worry about us. This was fun. Tell us in the comments below what are some other things that we can do if we do this again. We are in the first week of the series called In My Opinion, and we're going to have my good friend Tyler come up here and talk to you guys.
Should this be here? Testing. Testing. Why is it so fuzzy? Check. Please. Is that better? Hey everybody, my name's Tyler, and we are in a new series today called In My Opinion. Now we gave it that name because my opinion is the only one that matters. Psych! It's not why we gave it that name. We gave it that name because if there's one thing that we all have, it's an opinion. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel like I hear the phrase, in my opinion, a lot. Sometimes we use it when we're not totally sure how what we're gonna say will be received or if we're gonna be judged for it. So like, in my opinion, it's the best song ever written. Or like, in my opinion, those are the coolest sneakers I've ever seen. Or, in my opinion, that math test was awful. The one with the long division. I hate long division. We might use that phrase when we don't want other people to judge us, but it works both ways. Sometimes we use it to give ourselves permission to be the ones passing judgment. Like adding in a quick, well, in my opinion, makes us feel free to say whatever we really think. In my opinion, she's too clingy. In my opinion, that guy's a real jerk. In my opinion, that movie is so nerdy. See, on their own, those thoughts are merely judgments we've made about other people. But when we present them as opinions, we suddenly feel better about sharing them. So just to be clear, there's nothing wrong with having an opinion, both having one and sharing one. The problem is that sometimes what we call an opinion is really just a judgment. It's something negative that we think or say about someone else. And when we start spreading those opinions around, well, then we've got a problem. You don't need me to tell you this, do you? As middle schoolers, you know exactly how much time people spend spreading their opinions around. You know better than most just how often students talk or gossip about each other. So why is it that we find gossip such an easy thing to do? Why do we feel so free to talk about each other? Well, I think honestly, it's for a few reasons. For starters, I think sometimes our insecurities, yes, I have insecurities, you do too. Well, insecurities sometimes motivate us to gossip. We talk about other people so that nobody points out what's wrong with us. After all, it's easier to focus on the insecurity of others than let them know what we're insecure about. Or maybe we gossip because it's a way to bond with our friends. If we can contribute to the conversation with a good piece of gossip, we feel like we've got an in with the people that we're talking to. And isn't it better to feel in than it is to feel out? Maybe we gossip because honestly, it's fun. We like to be the first to know a good story or crazy rumor or piece of information about someone else. There's just something exciting about being in the middle of the stuff that's happening at school or in our friend group or maybe even in our family. And because of that, we talk about it. Or maybe, for some of us, gossip is about competition. We want to be the best or the coolest or the most popular, and in order to get there, we feel like we have to cut other people down. We have to talk badly about others to show that we're the best. Or maybe, and this one is tricky, sometimes we gossip because it's true. Those opinions we share aren't just opinions, they're facts. That guy really did date that girl. That kid in your science class did really cheat on that test. That guy actually did show up at that party this weekend. That student in your small group definitely did get caught doing something they weren't supposed to do. Because it's true, we think it's okay to talk about. After all, they kind of brought it on themselves, right? And what's trickier than that is that sometimes we don't mean any harm with what we say. Our intentions aren't bad. We all talk to our friends about everything, and that includes the latest gossip. Sometimes we share it because we really are worried or surprised, or we want to help in some way. Besides, we trust the person that we're talking to, right? We know that they won't tell or repeat what we're saying, will they? How many of your conversations that include gossip start with a sentence like this? I'm not supposed to tell anyone this, but, so like the reality is that the gossip is a huge part of our current culture. We have TV shows and podcasts and other forms of entertainment that are basically centered around the idea that it's okay to gossip and judge people. Some celebrities build their entire brand on being talked about. They don't mind being the center of gossip because it means they're the center of attention. And social media? Honestly, the comment section could just be called like the gossip section on some posts. Maybe you even see this at church or at home or at your school. Your parents, your teachers, your coaches, your small group leaders, they gossip around you, so could it really be that big of a deal? I think we all know the answer to that question is yes. We know because we've seen gossip go so bad. We've seen the consequences and the hurt and the embarrassment it's brought on somebody else. Maybe we've even experienced it ourselves. But is there anything that we can do to change it? If gossip is such a big part of our culture, how are we supposed to keep from doing it? Today, we're gonna look at a verse from the Bible written by a guy known as the Apostle Paul. So Paul was a leader in the early Christian church. He had a lot of influence that spread Christianity all around the world. Because of that, he often wrote letters to encourage the Christian churches of his time. A lot of those letters are part of what is called the New Testament in the Bible. The verse we're gonna look at today is from a book called Ephesians, which is actually a letter Paul wrote to the church in the city of Ephesus. Paul wanted to encourage the believers there to live differently than the people around them. One of the areas where Paul wanted his fellow Jesus followers to live differently was the way that they spoke. Here's what he wrote. Don't use foul or abusive language. See, when Paul used the phrase foul and abusive language here, he wasn't just talking about like cuss words or harsh words or mean names. He was talking about any language that hurts, breaks down, and damages friendships, relationships, and influence. In fact, the Greek word he used here actually translates to mean rotten. Have you ever seen a piece of rotten fruit? Well, it's disgusting, it smells bad, it turns a nasty color, it attracts flies. Have I said it smells bad? Really bad. That is tough. Basically, you don't want this in your kitchen. I don't even want this around me right now. Rotten fruit's bad. And Paul said this kind of language, like these opinions that we spread around as gossip, it does the same thing. It rots our relationships, our friendships, our ability to influence other people for good. So what can we do? How do we start to produce good fruit instead of rotten fruit with the words that come out of our mouths? Well, I think something Jesus said can give us an idea. Take a look. It's not what goes into your body that defiles you. You are defiled by what comes from your heart. Can I just let you in on a little secret about gossip? It's not really about the person you're talking about. Gossip is really about what's happening inside of you. It's about what's happening in your heart. That's what Jesus was saying here. When we use language that hurts or speaks badly about somebody else, the kind of language that rots, that's happening because of something similar, something rotten going on in our own hearts. When you talk badly about someone or speak with the intention of hurting or embarrassing or just shaming them, it doesn't necessarily show something rotten about that person. It shows that something rotten's happening inside of you. Now, I don't know about you, but that's not the kind of fruit I want to produce in my life. So if we want to change our words and stop gossiping, we've got to check our hearts. We've got to ask ourselves, what's going on inside of us that makes us want to say those things? And then we've got to make a choice to change our language. But here's the truth. When it comes to gossip, you can choose not to participate. You can choose not to speak words that hurt or shame or embarrass someone else. And here's what I love about this. Paul didn't leave us to figure it out on our own. If we go back to his letter one more time, he gives us a tip on exactly the kind of language we can choose that's not only better for the other person, but better for ourselves. He says, let everything you say be good and helpful, so that your words will be an encouragement to those who hear them. So instead of gossiping, Paul says we can choose words that are good and that are helpful. We can choose to say things that encourage not just the people that we're talking about, but anyone else who hears what we say. In other words, we can choose words that help others, not words that hurt others. When you love and care about other people first, when that's the attitude in your heart, you'll stop yourself from saying the negative things. You'll think about them before you. You'll stop the gossip before it starts. So remember, Choose words that help others, not words that hurt others. Gossip is going to be all around you, and everyone else might be doing it. But you get to choose if you contribute or not. In fact, you have the power not to do what everyone else is doing. You have the power to choose words that build up instead of tear people down. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but just because gossip is fun or natural or true doesn't mean it's good. And you don't have to do this on your own. God's very Spirit lives inside of you, and He'd love to help you choose to speak life instead of words that rot. So, ask Him for help. So next time you find yourself about to give an opinion you know is nothing more than gossip, I want you to stop and ask yourself this. Why do I want to say this? What's happening in me that's making me want to say this thing to or about someone else? What does this show me about my heart? Identify where your desire to gossip is coming from. Then, give yourself a new filter for your words. Use the one Paul gave us by asking, is this helpful? Is what you're about to say helpful to somebody else? Is it going to build up or encourage? Is it going to bring good fruit instead of this? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then that's probably a sign that you don't need to say it. Let that stop you from saying it. We should choose words that help others, not words that hurt others. So today, as you leave, I want you to think about this. What's one reason I tend to gossip?
All right, guys, I really like that video. It's a really important idea to remember to use words that help and lift other people up and not words that hurt others, because it's so easy to do that. It's so hard to resist it sometimes. I know it can be hard for other people. It's hard for me. Especially it's hard for me when there's a lot of people around me that are doing that thing, and it feels way easier to do in those situations. And I don't know what makes it easy for you, but you guys can definitely talk about that in your small groups coming up. And I would love for Maceo to pray us out before we head to small group.
For those of you at home, I'd like you guys to go ahead and bow your heads for me, pray with me. Dear Jesus, I'd just like to pray for everybody at home. I pray that they have a nice week. I pray that they get to indulge on this more in their small groups and they get to talk about it and learn more from it. And I pray that everybody just learns different ways on how they can help bring people up rather than talk about people and putting them down. And in Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. And again, guys, if you are a first-time guest here, we have a first-time guest link that you guys can go fill out, and you'll be directed to where you need to go from there. And if you are wondering where you need to go for your small group, there's going to be a number on screen that will get you to your virtual small group room. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in today for Transit Live. We hope you guys have an awesome small group and an awesome week.